Nintendo's looking to score big with a predicted 15 million Switch 2 console sold in its first year alone. But can they manage it with the US tariffs, stock shortages, and the fact they've really pissed off a lot of fans with their pricing structure for the games? Sales of the original Switch are naturally calming down now, but the console is still on track to become Nintendo's best-selling console ever. Currently, it's less than 2 million sales away from beating the DS as Nintendo's top console, and only 8 million away from stealing the top spot from the PS2. So all in all, they did pretty good with the Switch. With games like Mario Kart World, Metroid Prime 4 and the new Pokemon games scheduled to come out this year, it's looking to be a good selection coming from Nintendo around the launch. But it's still a big gamble for Nintendo. Anyone remember the Wii U and how well that sold? That was of course the follow-up to the Wii and sold shockingly bad due to most people thinking it was just an add-on. I doubt the Switch 2 will have the same problems, as to be fair they've done a good job actually showing that it's an actual upgrade and not just an accessory. Let's take a deeper look at exactly what Nintendo's forecasting. So they reckon 15 million Switch 2 sales by the end of March next year, and this is along with 45 million of game sales. Okay, sounds good. Sounds realistic to me, but the first Switch, the one which is about to become their best-selling console ever, sold just under 15 million in year one, and this is without the stock issues and the US tariff problems. The predictions, however, are that the Switch 2 will actually do it, so it's going to be interesting to see. The original Switch launched with Zelda, Breath of the Wild and Mario Kart 8 as their big launch titles. And the Switch 2 is Mario Kart and Donkey Kong Bonanza. Are they comparable? You tell me. Nintendo is getting its confidence from the 2.2 million applications for pre-orders in Japan alone, which brings up an interesting point. Analysis initially thought 20 million units were possible in year one. Nintendo's already dialing that back to 15 million units, and they're saying it's because of two big reasons: stock shortages and of course the US tariffs. So demand is definitely there, and to quote Nintendo, far exceeding expectations. But if you've ever tried to get a console on launch day, I'm sure you can remember just how much fun that can be. I just remember trying it and there being empty shelves everywhere I went. Would not recommend. And that was without all this other nonsense that's currently going on. So, God bless you if you're planning on going out to get one on launch day without a pre-order. The tariffs came in recently and are affecting Vietnam, where the Switch is mostly manufactured. The tariffs add a 46% tax to the console and a 24% tax to the games themselves, which are made in Japan. Nintendo is taking the hit on the console increase and isn't passing it on to us, which is great for now. But we can't be sure just how long that's actually going to last. A bigger problem for Nintendo though is the price of their games. $70 for a cartridge, which is basically a physical download code. This went down about as well as you can imagine for gamers, and honestly, I don't blame them. The worst part is it seems that other game publishers might follow along, with only, and get ready for this, only EA saying they're not going to increase the prices. Talking about games, Nintendo have confirmed the following big hits for the Switch 2 coming later this year. Pokemon Legends ZA, which I'm sure will be another amazing hit for the Pokemon franchise. I just wonder if they'll put in a little bit more effort with this one, as the last few games have been, shall we say, lackluster? Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Yes, it's finally coming after all these years. Originally announced all the way back in 2017 at E3. We can finally step back into the first-person shoes of Samus Aran, the illustrious bounty hunting badass. So this could be good, although it's going to be using the new Joy-Cons as a mouse for shooting. Fingers crossed this works out well. And of course, they both complement Mario Kart World, which is a launch title. Now to me, Mario Kart World looks like it could be a great addition to the Mario Kart series. All the bits we love with just a little bit more added. I'm really optimistic about this one. Hey, if you're enjoying listening to me yap on about the Switch 2 and all the fun we're going to be having with it, then why not subscribe to the channel and treat yourself to some more of the latest and greatest gaming news as it breaks. So we know there's actually quite a lot of hype for the Switch 2's release. But just what's driving it exactly? As it certainly ain't the game prices. Well, for one, Mario Kart World is. Everyone loves Mario Kart, and in Mario Kart World you can play as Cal from Moo Moo Meadows. Yes, that's right. I'm a nearly 40-year-old man ranting about playing as a cow from Moo Moo Meadows. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe sold 68.2 million copies. That's a lot of players. If even half that amount buy Mario Kart World, then it's already a massive success. Donkey Kong Bonanza's got a few people hyped as well. Personally, I think Donkey Kong works best in the Donkey Kong Country 2D side-scrolling format. Those games from the 90s still look and play great today. The Zeldas, both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, are back with some updates and faster loading times. Cyberpunk 2077 is making its way to the Switch 2, which I still can't actually believe if I'm honest. If you've ever had the pleasure of playing Cyberpunk, you'll be all too familiar with its less than family friendly story and visual elements. And if you haven't played it yet, as long as you're over 18, I would highly recommend it. Then there are the rumours going around of Call of Duty and Genshin Impact coming to the Switch too. This is a great mix of games and genres, and it looks optimistic that third-party developers will be coming to the Switch 2 a lot sooner than they did with the original Switch. There really is a lot to actually get excited about and look forward to with the Switch 2. But then there's the expected stock shortages and bloody scalpers out there that Nintendo is doing its best to counter. But they will no doubt add to the already stressful experience of trying to get hold of a console. Nintendo have already announced plans to increase production, which is a great idea if the pre-order reports are anything to go by. But hey, worst case scenario, you're going to have to wait a few weeks to get your new console. At least you'll know by then if it's worth your cash or not.